Welcome back, everyone. Today is Tuesday, December 6th, and just a couple of days after Chris and Charlie were here and got the roof on. I got all the bracing off. I had 3 braces on each, well, 1 brace on each of the 3 trusses just to keep it together, and it gave a lifting point for actually when I set them on the whole structure, so that's why they were there. I've everything is fastened in now, so we've got a 1/4-inch plate on either side, through bolted. These T's are through bolted 1/4-inch, and that's AR 400 steel. Very hard. Can't even. I needed to drill, make 1 hole bigger, and I couldn't even do it. I used 2 drill bits to get it done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put diagonals on each of so there'll be 8 diagonals altogether. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I set up, as you can see, I set up scaffolding for when I put the sheathing on. And as I've talked about before, when I used to make models as a kid, I could never paint the things ahead of time. And I've got where Tiger is, that's all the roofing. The sheathing, not the roofing, but the sheathing. And nothing like a dirty drink of water, right, Tiger, when you got a bowl of fresh, clean water? But that's a cat. So anyway, I was going to pre-stain that before I put it up, but I am not going to. I'm going to just get it installed because I'm going to be sliding this around by myself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the skid steer over. I'm going to pick the bundle up. I'm going to park the skid steer right here, right behind here. So all I have to do is reach over and do it that way. And then I will be putting on, I've got roof jacks that I'll be putting, probably just 2 rows is all we'll need. 1 row and a 2nd row, and that'll be enough. And I'm short a little bit of sheathing. I ordered 10 more pieces. It was my fault when I calculated it out as a 2x6. I calculated it out as 5.5 inches, but I forgot that includes the tongue. So it really only does 5 inches instead of 5.5. So I lost a 1/2 inch on every run. So I am short, and of course it's going on 3 weeks now that I'm waiting for it to come. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sheathe this side first. I've got the prow rafters that have to go on, and then I'm going to roof this side, so this way I don't have to move the scaffold 2 times. You know, just move it once. I don't want to have to move it back and forth. So that's the plan. So I'm going to move the Cabelco, put it back over there where it normally awaits, because this is where I'll be working. And I'm going to try to do a couple of days in between so I can make some videos of that. I'm going to put the Mini away, and I've got the lumber for the diagonals all stained. So I'm going to go get working on that. All right, first one's installed. I got carried away. I didn't even bother to put the camera on. These are fastened in with headlock screws, 8-inch, 12-inch, and 6-inch. There's some that come down from the top. They come through here as well as up here. I'll fill those holes. So there's the first one, and what I did was I lined it up with the triangle of the window. So it's pretty much, that point is underneath the window, and this is 45 degrees. So in case you don't know, whatever this measurement is, it'll be the same measurement that way, and then you just get your diagonal. So those are 48, these are 36 and a half, and it works out well out of a 16-footer. I'm going to take I take the 4-footer out, and then the 3-footer out, and then a 4-footer, and then a 3-footer, and this way I don't have to worry about coming up with only a 1/8 of an inch at the end to try to cut the last one out of, because that's not too smart, because these are all different lengths. Usually they're like 16-1. So in theory, with the kerf, but this Sasquatch saw has a pretty good sized kerf, and you'd probably end up with it being a 1/4 inch short, so there's no need to do that. Too scary that way. All right, so what I do is I clamp a square to the bottom, because when you're by yourself, even if you're not by yourself, even if you have somebody else to help you, it's a lot easier just to put that, and it holds it right where it needs to be. And just have everything ready. And of course, that's too far down, I won't be able to reach it. Center it. These are 2x6, 6x6s going on 8x8s, so just center it by eye. You can measure it if you need to, but you should be able to, after you do this for a while, you don't need to measure. That's one. This is two. And that's it. Just put in the rest of them and ready to go. All right, here we are, end of day. Got all the diagonals on, all bolted in. There's a lot more bolts than meets the eye on that, but it looks pretty good, I think. And it also is, not that this matters too much, but it also strengthens it laterally for wind resistance, and also it cuts the span down. So instead of that being a 14-foot, or really it would be a 13-foot span, it makes it be 7 on those. And also on the 8x8s that are carrying it, instead of that being like 13 feet, they're only about 7.5 feet. So not that those are going to go anywhere, but it still doesn't hurt. So tomorrow I'm going to get the skid steer. I'm going to move the rest of these braces that I used, get them out of the way, and I'm going to, that's all the sheathing under there. I'm going to make sure it's spun in the right direction, so the tongue is facing up and the V-joint is facing down, and then I pull up as close as I can here, and I'll just pull them on and get all that on tomorrow. All right, here we are next morning. I got all set up. I got all the sheathing ready to go, lifted up, perfect with the scaffold. I've got roof jacks that will be going on with, well, actually they go that way. We'll be going on with those 2x8s. I might need one more. Might do 3rd row, but usually what I'll do is I will just do 2, and then I'll use a small step ladder on the plank, so that it's just one less thing to do to set up. So all right, let me get to work. Oh, and what I did was I flipped the pile around from the way that it was facing, because now all I have to do, the way it was, I would have had to have spun them 180 degrees. Now all I have to do is invert them, because they put the groove on the top part, or the V-joint, I should say, not the groove. The groove is on the bottom no matter what, but the V-joint was facing upwards, and that needs to face inside. So now all I have to do is turn them over, so I won't have to spin them around. So that'll make it a little easier. I'm glad I looked at that before I put it up there. All right, I just got the first set of roof jacks in, and if you've never seen these before, these are made so that you can shingle. You can use these when you shingle as well. And what you do is you just tap the bracket up, and you don't have to pull the nails out. You just bang the nails in, and the nails stay. And on this, you have to make sure that you hit that you hit the center of the rafters and or trusses, because you do not want a nail to come through to the inside. So, and then 2x8 will go on there, and it sits right on there, right here, and then you can work again. So I'll have probably just one more. I can do it with just one more, because like I said, you can sit a step ladder on it, even if it's only a 2-footer, just to get you enough. So I'll see how it goes, but worst case is the most it'll be is 3. Somehow this was easier when I was even 40. Yeah. Now I'm almost 60. It's a little bit more tiring. So the secret is to make sure each end is down at least tight, because it's always the middle. I can't say always. It should be the middle that needs to come down, because otherwise you've got it. You know, they crown them when they make these. At least they're supposed to. And these have been pretty good. So I get each end set. And again, I only do the bottoms so that it's easier to get the next one in. And then you nail the tops of the other one when you get to it, when you do it. You see, this middle has to come down. Sometimes you need to persuade them both ways. Meaning with the screwdriver as well, which this one does. Sometimes you get lucky and they'll go right down. And you want to check them every once in a while as well, because sometimes you'll start to bend it in the wrong direction if you get one board that was off a bit. The farther up you go, the little easier it is when you're trying to do the first one, especially when you don't feel like bending over like this. The one thing you want to do is don't ever lean your elbow or your arm on it while you're doing this, because you'll pinch your skin in there. Ask me how I know. I haven't done it yet, but I've done it before. This wouldn't be so much fun without the skid steer. Not that it's fun, but it beats being in an office. I've done it for 43 years now, I guess. That one's so good I can't even see where the edge is. all pretty good, the same length as well too. So as long as you keep that end good, that end, you don't have to worry too much about it. One broken half, what do you know? Oh, I see what the problem is. This end. There we go. That's what the problem was. All right. That's good. And of course it's 80 degrees today. I should have put shorts on. They have short memories. What the hell, it's raining. All right, here's a little interim shot. All right, here's a little interim shot from the roof. I'm gonna go down and move this pile closer to the front of the forks so I can, because I'm about ready to put my next plank up. You can see I'm more than halfway. I'm just a little, 2/3, I guess. So I'm gonna go do that and then make the push to the end. Plus I gotta get the I gotta go down to the shop. I forgot to bring the impact so I can get those braces off. What I'm doing is just measuring up how far I can reach comfortably from that to get to the ridge. Because what I'm gonna do, I'm putting ice and water shield on this whole thing. Not that we're gonna get ice in that, but it sticks. So I'm gonna work that down so all the ice and water will be on when I get to the bottom, and I won't have to put the brackets through it. This is very slow going when you're putting 5 inches on at a time.
Anything I could do to help you?
No, no. because everything's up here. Well, I can see now. I should have put a widow peak up here to sit on up here.
Oh, you always wanted one of those.
I know.
You could do that on our house.
But I could, right from where I am right now, I could see perfectly.
With your binoculars, you'd be able to see like turtles sitting on the other bank. They don't sit on this side, they sit on the other side. Well, their sun's not out right now, so they're not.
Now they get a little bit harder to get the board up there. Just a little bit. I'll also put heavier in there because it makes sense to kill myself. Take the one from there. Whew. Looks like 5 more. And hopefully the last one comes with enough to rip. I hope I don't have to put in such a little piece that you can't nail it. We shall find out. But I have no control over that. heavy one. This one is not nearly dry. And I could put another one up, but I like to come down and stand up for a second. Stretch the old back out, which isn't what it used to be. At least it's not what it was 2 years ago, that's for sure. That was not good. Well, this one more, and then I'll take this down, rip one, and this side will be done. We still have to put the prow rafter in and cut the sheathing back. Yep, this one is heavy. But I think this one's going to go in nice. So that means I'm going to have to fight with it. Okay. Needs to go way down. Way down. Sorry, almost hit your nose. Yep. This one got to give me a fit. I can't even get the piece out. It's because it's got so much pressure treating in it. It's all swollen. It from here. Okay, compressor, you can turn on now. And here's a trick if you want to, the air compressor is at the low end of its cycle and you want to get it back on. Just do that. right, well, the camera's in the way of this one, so I'll show you when I'm done. All right, here we are, end of day. It's all on, 30 pieces. I put 5 on to start. Now you can see that the gable end is crooked, but that's going to be, line's going to be snapped and they'll be cut straight. Same with this side. The top one, or the top two actually, the top one and then the little rip, that one is actually where it's going to go. You can't really see it on here, I'm sure. And then I'll snap a line and that one will be cut. And then what I am going to do before I do the other side is I'm going to put, as I talked about, I've got ice and water that's going on the whole thing. I'm going to work down. So I'm going to start at the top, leave the overhang, lift it up, put the next one down, and then flip it down onto the next, so it will be in the right, you know, it'll be overlapped properly. But then I can take the scaffold down as I go, and I won't have to you know, wait until I get up there with the shingles, because I'm not gonna shingle this side first. I am going to just get it waterproofed, and then I'm going to move to the back and do that, you know, do that separate. Not so much separate, but I'm going to I want to get this whole thing waterproof. So by Saturday, today is Wednesday, so by Saturday the whole thing will be waterproofed. And then next week I can just roof it, and then I just pretty much have to stain the parts that need to be stained, the posts and all that. I can't do the underside of the sheathing yet. I think I talked about this, but I am going to leave this natural. I got clear stain, and that needs to dry. It's still, as you saw from some of the video, there's still a lot of the pressure treating that needs to dry out. So I probably won't be able to do it till the spring, depending on how this goes, but it won't matter because this isn't going to get any weather under there. So yeah, so I will I'll probably put this up as a video, and then I will just do one a medium reading that I had of David right now while I'm talking about it. Just popped on my phone. David's telling me he likes it. Anyway, so I'm going to put this up as a video, and then the next one will be when I roof it. And so thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one, and I thank everybody for the 5,000 again. I'm sure not everybody watched that quick short that I made of that, but you know, again, I appreciate everybody watching. Catch you on the next one.